Okay, so my voice, as you can tell, is pretty grating. But I want to quickly talk about Cannery Row by John Steinbeck. Now, this book has honestly taken me a while to read just because I haven't been in the biggest reading mood. And then I stopped and I read this book, Earth by, I think, Deborah Tompkins. I'll get to that in a second, but going back to this, honestly, now that I finish it, I sort of understand that what you get from a Steinbeck novel is just the atmosphere, the slow sort of living, the characters, the description of the places. That's sort of what you're reading for. And I haven't read East of Eden yet. It is probably one of my most anticipated books. But these moments where you just are reading and you can see so clearly what's going on, and you personally, I separate from who I am and where I'm at entirely, and I'm in the back of that fucking, I don't know, old Ford truck going to sleep under the stars. And I know that's kind of corny, but so I felt, and I really enjoyed it. So for my second John Steinbeck, it's a good book. I definitely think that I will like his other books more, like Grapes of Wrath and East of Eden. But yeah, and the reason I even feel that way is because of this book. This is very nature centered, and I love this book so much. I don't think if I read it sort of as in separate stages like I did this book that I'd love it as much, but yeah. The synopsis of this is Magnus lives on Earth, which is currently moving into an ice age with a strange virus limiting the population. When the planet Earth, spelled with a U, is discovered, he vows to become an astronaut and travel there, but despite Earth being unintentionally welcoming, he finds it hot, crowded, corrupt, and violent. Slowly, Magnus realizes he will not find what he's looking for, but there seems there is no way back. Earth is a story about migration, climate, conspiracy theories, and interplanetary homelessness. So this is kind of everything. I wouldn't say everything that I like about a book, but everything that I was looking for at the moment. I wanted that nature aspect, I wanted the sci-fi aspect, I wanted the intellectual aspect, which it is intellectual. It's real, and it explores real stories and real issues, and it was awesome. There were a few parts where I was like, okay, speed this up, but it honestly just, it's not even that it's like the text is super, super big, but it flew by. It is 177 pages-ish. And I really enjoyed it. I think this is her first book. And she is coming out with the second one. I haven't really looked into it, but I really enjoyed this. I might even reread it again. I think the thing I loved, it almost reminded me of sort of the atmosphere of On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, that sort of longing, that melancholy of just that small town simplicity, but not simple at all. It is really good. And I think of aspects of this as you're sitting around a fire, you've just had a nice hearty stew, there is no technology, you're reading a book, you're a kid, you're just the coziest thing. The coziest energy. Yeah, it was great. I was reading this book, The Dog Stars by Peter Heller, briefly before I started this, but I only really got 10-15 pages into it. I have been picking it up in between the two books, but it's a little bit hard for me to get into. I don't really have a reason for that. It's just maybe not what I'm looking for at the moment. It's about a guy post-apocalyptic story. He's a pilot and he has a dog, and that's all I really know. But he's lonely and he hears from someone, which I'm just reading, and he goes and tries to find him. So, not really a story that I'm super keen on, but I may continue on with it. Anyway, some other books I have here as options to read. Ultra 85. This is a sci-fi about another inhabitable planet. This book, Dusk, this was given to me by someone, and so I sort of feel obligated to read it. Novel of Loss and Redemption and Surrender and Awe. I'm pretty sure it follows different storylines. It sounds good. I might read it. Probably wouldn't take me too long to read. What other ones? I do want to read Home Hisi, so I've got Sitahara and The Journey to the East. I'll probably start with this one. That is also another option. And then this one I've started reading, I think, December. And I was annotating it quite heavily. And it's a great book, but I just haven't been in the mood for non-fiction. And in the sort of, it's not self-help, but it's in the sort of genre or realm. So I haven't been picking this up. But it is something that I could pick up and just read 10 pages every day, or 5, or not read it for 2 months as I have, and then continue on where I was without needing to reread the entire thing. So that is also another option. My final option is Red Rising. I read this before and I really enjoyed it. And I went on to read both Golden Sun and Morning Star. I read these winter of last year, I think, and I loved them. I will say, I did listen to, I think I listened to primarily all of this on audiobook, and I read this one. But the issue with that is when I go on super long walks and I'm listening to audiobooks, I'm taking it in, but I'm also not. And that was also the case with Iron Gold. I think I honestly got probably third of the way in, but I just didn't really understand or enjoy it as much as I was, or as much as I enjoyed it when I read Red Rising. So I bought the copy of Iron Gold, and I think because I enjoyed the first book so much, I might reread it and then reread the entire series. My only issue with that is that I always feel like I need to be ticking boxes on my shelf since I continuously go to the library or read audiobooks. So I don't know if I should do that, considering I have read 3 of the 4. now that I've been speaking for 11 minutes and my desk is a mess, I'm going to take these away. It's just past 8. At 8:15, I'm going to journal for a little and then go to bed and hopefully read something. So you'll know by tomorrow what I picked. Anyway, good night.